Was Vasily Lomachenko robbed in this fight? I think so. I think Vasily Lomachenko was robbed. Vasily Lomachenko and Devin Haney had an excellent chess match. This fight, this fight was a chess match. It was very hard to score this fight. I'd say from rounds 1 to 9, this fight was very even, super competitive. It could have gone either way, right? But from 9 to 12, okay, from 9, 10, 11, that was all Vasily Lomachenko. Those rounds is where Vasily Lomachenko had the most significant punches, in my opinion. That's the more significant, hits came out of those rounds, and Lomachenko is the one that had those significant hits in my eyes, right? And from rounds 1 through 9, it was really hard to score that fight. It was really hard to score. Trust me, the nerd that I am, I was keeping track of who I saw having each round, and it was hard. It was hard to choose the winner of each of those rounds from 1 through 9. But in my opinion, I did see Lomachenko winning, and I think it was a robbery. This fight was a robbery, but it was not an extreme robbery. This wasn't like a Paddy Pimblett versus Jared Gordon type robbery. It was more like minimum. I think this should have been a draw. This boxing match should have been a tie, in my opinion, because the judges did give Devin Haney a unanimous win. Minimum for me, it was a draw or a split decision to either or. But I think that was disrespectful towards Lomachenko, and the crowd knows. The crowd, they're at the end of the day, they're not all experts or anything like that, but they're paying, to go see the fight, and you can tell that most of the arena was booing Devin Haney. They were booing the decision because, they're not experts, but they're fans, and fans know, right? Because they watch the sport, so they definitely know, and they know that this was a robbery. So again, this is very disrespectful towards Lomachenko, absolute veteran, legend, future Hall of Famer in boxing in the lightweight division. Think about it. Lomachenko had one of the best fights. I don't watch boxing that much, but most of the boxing fights that I've seen has been Lomachenko's fights. And this guy was just phenomenal. He was 11 years older than Devin Haney, and he had the better cardio. The guy's 35, Devin Haney's 24. Devin Haney's 24, Lomachenko's 35, and Lomachenko beat him in cardio. And he basically had Devin Haney against the ropes in the fight. He had Devin Haney against the ropes. He was beating him in cardio, and Devin Haney, I forget what round it was. I think it was the 9th round. When they're having their 1 minute break, he tells his corner, he basically told him that he doesn't know what to do, and he was telling his corner to tell him to do something else, to give him some a new game plan or something like that. And his corner didn't have a response. They didn't tell him anything. They were just like, yeah, keep going. So that tells you that Lomachenko basically had him against the ropes towards I would say the last 4 rounds or 3 rounds. He had Devin Haney against the ropes, and Devin Haney couldn't do anything. So I'm telling you, Lomachenko had the significant strikes, and also he basically read Devin Haney's patterns. That's why Devin Haney was scared, and he told his corner help me out. I don't know what to do, because he read his patterns, and Lomachenko was able to adapt and go and stick to his game plan. He was hitting him he was using his jab, despite him having less reach, and being the smaller guy in the fight. Like in the ring, you can see that Lomachenko was a smaller fighter of the two, and he was able to use his jab more. In my opinion, I saw Lomachenko use more of his jab, and he would do a one with a somewhat uppercut to the body. He would do an uppercut to the body, and that was basically killing Devin Haney. I don't think it was a complete robbery. It was just, in my opinion, it was. This should have been a draw. There should have been a draw, and then it should have been arranged for a second fight, because this was a very competitive fight. It was one of the best fights I've seen this year in boxing. Like one of the best one-on-one technical fights. This was it, because both guys were elite level, and they both gave it their all. And Devin Haney, I don't want to take any credit away from him. Like, he gets a lot of hate, and which sucks, because it's not his fault that decision was made. Like, he's just a competitor, and he did his best, and kudos to him. He was able to be a very elite boxer in Lomachenko, and this guy's only gonna get better. He's only 24, and he's still undefeated. And I think I heard him say he was gonna go up weight, because he feels that he's already accomplished everything at 135. And again, I'm not taking anything away from Devin Haney. He had an amazing fight. I just think that Lomachenko deserved the win, and it sucks to see that, because Lomachenko's already 35, and he's not gonna get another chance, to basically increase his legacy. And he was crying after the fight. But it's normal. Like, you're gonna cry, because you gave it your all. You gave your life in the sport, and you gave your life during camp for this fight, and basically it got taken away from you, and it's all out of his control. And he got basically those judges basically took it away from him. And again, that's why I think that boxing is not where it is anymore, because you have judges like these that are corrupt, and they don't make the right calls. But again, Lomachenko behaved like a true gentleman, because after the fight, yeah, the only thing he said was like, I thought Haney was gonna be better. But after that, like, they asked him, do you think you were robbed? And he said, I don't want to talk about this. Like, the guy's a true warrior. Lomachenko's a true warrior inside of the ring and outside of the ring. Let's not forget that this guy literally went to Ukraine to help fight against Russia. Like, this guy's just an absolute beast, and he sets a great example for other young boxers and for other athletes in general. So that's pretty much what I gotta say. Like, I don't think it was a complete terrible robbery. It wasn't like a Paddy Pimblett robbery, but this should have been a draw or a split decision to Lomachenko. But let me know if you guys think that Lomachenko was robbed, or that you think that the judges called this fight correctly. All right, guys, that is it for today. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out.